Before the story begins, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and like. This will help the channel grow. The Winter Heist at Frostline Depot. Detective Mystery Story. Winter came hard to Northbridge that year. Snow buried the streets, softened the sounds, and made every crime feel quieter, more deliberate. I was halfway through a cold cup of coffee when the call came in. Frostline Depot. Holiday goods warehouse. Massive loss overnight. When I arrived, the place looked untouched. No broken locks. No shattered glass. Just a wide loading yard covered in fresh snow, and not a single footprint. Inside the warehouse, rows of shelves stood half empty. Crates of Christmas ornaments, imported tangerines, oranges, premium chocolates, gone. Tens of thousands of dollars vanished without noise. The manager kept repeating the same sentence, asterisk. The alarm never went off. Star. Security footage showed something worse. At 2:17 a.m. the cameras froze for exactly 11 minutes. When the feed resumed, the warehouse was already empty. No vehicles were recorded entering or leaving. No motion sensors triggered. I walked the floor slowly. The air smelled faintly of citrus and pine. A single ornament lay broken near Dock 3, a glass star, cracked cleanly in half. Someone had stepped on it. Carelessly. Outside, I knelt and brushed snow away from the asphalt near the loading gate. Beneath it, tire marks. Narrow. Custom. Recently heated. Whoever did this didn't walk in. They glided. And they knew Winter well. Frostline Depot wasn't just any warehouse. It supplied half the city's holiday markets. That meant refrigerated trucks, strict delivery schedules, and one thing criminals usually hated: paperwork. I started there. Only 3 trucks had access to the cold docks that night. 2 were parked and untouched. The third belonged to a subcontractor called North Ice Logistics. According to the logs, it never left the yard. According to the engine block, it had. Residual heat doesn't lie. Neither does salt residue. The truck had been driven, cleaned, and returned badly. Whoever handled it forgot one detail: frozen slush trapped inside the wheel housing. It had melted, refrozen, and cracked the plastic lining. Inside the cab, I found a receipt stuffed under the seat. Gas station coffee. Timestamp: 2:41 a.m. 11 minutes after the cameras went dark. The driver listed on the manifest was a seasonal worker. No criminal record. No social media. Almost no digital footprint at all. That alone made me suspicious. I stepped back into the snow and watched workers unload replacement crates. Christmas music played faintly from someone's phone. It felt wrong. Too cheerful for a theft this clean. Someone hadn't stolen holiday goods. They'd hijacked the season. The stolen goods surfaced faster than expected. 2 nights later, an anonymous tip led me to a pop-up holiday market on the edge of the city. Cheap tents. Fake snow machines. Smiling vendors selling discount imports. The tangerines looked identical to Frostline stock. Same wax coating, same harvest tags, carefully removed. I bought a bag. The vendor smiled too quickly. Behind the stalls, I found pallets stacked against a brick wall, half covered with tarps. The ornaments were repackaged, boxes relabeled. Amateur mistakes. Rushed work. Then I noticed the heaters, industrial snow-melting units positioned behind the tents, aimed at the ground. Whoever set them up wanted clean pavement, no footprints, no tracks. The same trick used at the warehouse. Winter wasn't slowing them down. It was helping. When the market shut down, I followed a van through falling snow until it disappeared into an industrial district near the river. An old cold storage facility loomed ahead, long abandoned. Lights flickered inside. Christmas lights. Cold storage buildings are designed to preserve things. Food. Goods. sometimes secrets. Inside, the air was sharp enough to sting my lungs. Stacks of stolen crates lined the walls. Workers moved fast, wearing insulated gloves, speaking little. This wasn't a gang. It was a business. In the center stood a man with a tablet, checking inventory like a store manager. He wore a Frostline jacket. Stolen. Or borrowed. I recognized him from the logs. The driver. Before I could step closer, the power cut. Emergency lights glowed red. Doors slammed shut. They'd expected interference. I drew my weapon as footsteps echoed through the freezer halls. Someone ran. Someone slipped. Someone swore loudly. When backup arrived, the workers scattered into service tunnels, but the driver didn't run. He stood still, hands raised, breath fogging the air. He smiled. "You can't stop Christmas," he said. "People will buy it anyway." Interrogation rooms are warmer than freezers, but guilt still finds a way to sweat. The driver talked. North Ice Logistics wasn't a company, it was a shell. Seasonal hires. Fake manifests. They stole goods early, flooded the market cheap, and disappeared before January. No violence. No alarms. Just timing. They used winter against everyone else. But there was one thing he didn't plan on. Frostline's ornaments carried micro-tracking dust, invisible, harmless, standard for high-value shipments. It was already spreading through every market stall, every van, every hand that touched the goods. The city lit up like a map. By midnight, the operation collapsed. Snow fell again the next morning, gentle and clean. Frostline Depot reopened. New crates arrived. Tangerines stacked high. Ornaments glittered under warehouse lights. The season moved on. I stood outside, watching workers laugh, steam rising from their breath. Crimes like this don't leave scars. Just empty shelves and cheaper fruit. But winter remembers everything. Footprints fade. Ice melts. Patterns don't. Somewhere, someone else was already planning next December. And when the snow falls again, I'll be listening.